Hey, what's up everybody? Justin from Utah Airguns. Welcome back. Today, we want to talk about a new product from Element Optics. Let me show you what we've got in front of us. I have the Element Theos in the 2-10. Beautiful boxing, beautiful packages. Let's see what's inside. Okay, here we go. Really nice packaging. They've got QR codes so you can go right to their website, see what's all about them. You can learn more about them. We've got a reticle guide, kind of tells you all about this reticle and what's in this optic. Got an Element Optics sticker. And we've got a spec sheet. We also have a nice, you got a nice tool set. You have a really nice Element Optics neoprene cover, which is super nice. And frankly, I don't see it come with too many scopes like that. So, and then, ooh-wee, look at that short little compact scope. But it's packed full of features, and we'll get into those. If you haven't seen Element Optics and you haven't seen their rifle scopes and some of the unique things they have, let's dive into that first. I want to show you this turret system, and you're going to fall in love with this right away, especially when you're out in the field and you need to readjust zeros or anything. Let me show you how easy it is. Okay, you've got a big cap right here, easy to spin, but you'll just hold that, spin that off, okay? Just like that. This turret comes off. Now you're wondering, how in the world are you going to adjust your zero stop, or how do you set that? Well, you just make your rotations, make your corrections, whatever you need to do. Pick it up, drop it back on zero, like so. Tighten the cap down. After you tighten the cap, your zero stop is set. It does give you a little bit of underdial, about a half a mil, but set your zero stop. No tools required. No carrying around a scope tool or a turret tool with you. There's literally no tools required. You can just spin the cap off, reset your zero, tighten it back up. Zero stop is already set. You're ready to go. No tools needed. So that is a very, very handy tool to be able to have without having, well, a tool. Ta-da. Also, another great thing about this scope is as a rev indicator. So if you're somebody who dials a scope a lot, I know you've ran into this before where you dialed over a full rotation and your next shot and you're a full rotation high on your target. This has a rev indicator. So when I go past, if I try to dial all the way up, it's gonna cycle over and it's gonna flag me that I've gone a full rotation. So that's always nice to be able to see right in front of you that you're still a full rotation up. Go ahead, turn it back down so that flag switches back over and you're zeroed, okay? Another thing that is very unique about the Element Optics, and something that really stood out to me the first time I ever used them, is the definite clicks in here are absolute perfect clicks. They're loud, audible. I mean, you can hear it, dials just perfect. And it tracks perfectly every time. This is the best tracking scope I've ever seen. It also comes with illuminated reticle, and it's this big button on the side. It's not a separate knob or anything, so you don't have to worry about, am I grabbing the inside knob or the outside knob? No, you just have a great big button that you just push. That lights up your reticle, and then that way you can cycle through your brightness just by the touch of a button. One thing that's different from the old Theos to the new, the cover for the battery for your lit reticle. It is child-proof, safety-proof, so that's what you have this little key in here. It's got a spanner wrench, so that when you do need to change it, that's what it's used for. So that'll take your battery cover off. You can replace your battery, put it back in. That's the only tool I can see you would ever need really in the field, is if you needed to take this battery cover off. I mean, the batteries last a long time, but there is that little spanner wrench to be able to take that off. One thing that makes this unique, and I want to really point this out because I really like this feature on this scope. Right on your 100-yard marker, there's a detent. You don't even have to be looking at the scope. It just stops right there at 100 yards. You know where you're at, and I think everybody that uses it's going to really appreciate that feature. In the box, you also have a sunshade. I'm sure you all know how a sunshade goes on, but I'll show you anyway. So there you go. So it gives you a little shade there. We also have a little box here with some different accessories. Let me go through those with you really quick. Spuds cleaner, little lens cleaner there. A wrench. We also have this ring, and some of you are going to open this bag and wonder what in the world this ring is for. Well, I'm going to tell you. This is for your windage cap. If you'd like to run an open windage turret instead of have it capped, what this does is a beauty ring, and then it will cover your threads down here so it looks nice and finished off. All right, now that you've got to see the unboxing, I want to show you what it looks like mounted on a rifle. So What stands out immediately is just how short and compact this scope is. Cuts down on weight, but being able to just shorten that up, putting it on a smaller rifle is a really nice touch. Looks really nice, and you have fantastic optics out of a little compact scope, which is very rare. One thing you're going to notice when you look through this scope, it's bright. The colors are vibrant. It stands out from other optics that you've looked through. Just the color contrast, the reticle, everything about it is just clean. Really, really high quality. The glass is second to none. It is fantastic. Now let's dive into reticles a little bit. First things first on the reticle, let's talk about the illuminated part of the reticle. This has a diffraction graded reticle in there. So what that means is you're gonna have a really bright light even in daylight, but at night it's not gonna spill out into the rest of the scope. I know if you've used some scopes where their lit reticle is really bright, but the brighter it gets, it really spills out into the rest of the optic. This will not do that. It's a new technology and it makes your illuminated reticle very, very sharp and clean. On this Theos 2-10, it also has a new reticle. This is the MPR 1D MRAD. One thing that really stood out why it's different is it's got a floating cross and a floating center dot. When you're on that really low magnification, it kind of has that quick acquire standout reticle still like an LPVO would. But as you turn up the magnification, you still have a good Christmas tree reticle with numbered hashes so that you know exactly where you're holding. I think the key to this reticle is it's fast. You can acquire your targets fast. You can identify what hashes you're on very quickly, which makes it really nice for these kind of platforms. If you want to put this on, say, an SPR where you wanted to have some magnification to shoot long range, but you also wanted a quick acquire reticle, also perfect for like a varmint rifle or a coyote gun. Really compact. And also, I think what people are going to really enjoy about having this shorter optic is it gives them plenty of room, no matter what length of rail they have, to run maybe a clip-on in front of it or lasers or however they want to set up that gun. This is a great tactical / practical shooting scope. So as you can see, one of the things I highlighted about the nice compact length of this is for this specific reason. This is a clip-on night vision. Also, you can do clip-on thermal. And the nice thing about this scope that makes it really unique is you still can go down to a low enough magnification. So this goes down to 2 power. It's still going to be nice and clear on a clip-on thermal or night vision, but you still have the power to go up to be, a varmint hunting scope. So you have the best of both worlds there, and it doesn't take up much real estate on the top of a rail. So it's a beautiful thing. So mounts, if you're looking for mounts for this, this is a 34mm tube. One thing to note, you want to observe, being this short of a scope, you're going to want to make sure if you're buying a one-piece mount that it's one that will be able to fit in that shorter spot up here in the front. It is a little bit different from standard length rifle scopes, so be aware of that. This one here is the American Defense. There's others like the Badger Ordnance out there. There's several mounts that'll fit it, but be aware of that when you're ordering a mount for it, that it is different. As you can see, I chose to put this on this DRS Tactical. The gun is lightweight, and I want to keep it that way, but I also want a premium optic on here. Now, I'm shooting this in pellets, so I don't need a ton of magnification. 10 power is more than enough for me, but being able to have it on 2 power when I'm shooting at really close targets. The other thing is, I did not mention how low this parallax is down. The scope will parallax down to almost 10 yards. Plenty of room for if you want to shoot close pesting shots, or if you want to dial out and shoot 1,000 yards. It's covered in the parallax there. So airgun, AR-15s, hunting rifles, whatever you want to put it on, it is ideal, and it's the best quality optics you can get. So go get you one. Check it out. These things are absolutely incredible. Let's go throw a scope on the back of a scope? This is a scope. Hey guys, this is a scope. We don't need a scope on the back of the scope. What I do want to do is throw a scope camera, a side shot on the back of this, so you guys can all see what we're doing with it, how clear it looks. Let's go do some shooting. That's what I'm getting to.
Yeah, we're clear.
One down. One down. Through the sunroof.
Love sunroof
Which
shots.
is nice. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to go past. I'm going to back up so that they'll be on your side.
Okay.
Does that work? Let's see. How can I do this?
That'll work.
Yeah, we'll go like that. We'll just keep it inconspicuous. We'll just go like this. I'm going to line you up just a little bit better so you have a better angle going back that way. You see him? They're gonna be on the left. Sawyer, put down your phone. Jeez,
Texting my wife.
I'm killing stuff right now. Straight dead. Get the other one, hurry. You saw your wind call, right?
Oh, right over him.
Get the one on the post. Oh, damn it. Okay, that's better. Straight down. Dude, they are just going straight.
Right into the water.
Yeah. We are out with the brand new Element Theos 2-10 optic. Brand new, is the first time I've had it out. So this one's in FDE. Well, so is his, so that's not a cool story. I'm shooting the 177 FX DRS Tactical.
Always got to look at the planes.
And apparently they didn't get the memo. This is a no-fly zone while we're doing these videos. I think it's very rude that they flew through it anyway. Anyway, like I said, I'm shooting the FX DRS Tactical. I'm in 177. Sawyer is shooting the
22.
FX Leopard in 22.
Leopard compact bottle. So we got a little carbon fiber bottle and air in the tube like the DRS. So it's compact,
Super cool,
but
man.
pretty good volume of air.
Dude, shooting birds with pellets going slow.
There's
It's the best,
There's
dude.
nothing left
They
over.
just hammer. Even a little 177, baby.
And how many times have we filled up so far?
Zero, zip, none, and that's on the DRSs too, where we don't have a visible air tank. Just a little air around the barrel. I mean, it's a 177. I'm getting well over 60 shots per fill, so no complaints.
I was looking right at the one you shot.
Dude, get on tripod, get busy. I have another tripod.
I'll use this.
Dude. Every time those planes go by, the birds take off. Oh, that sounded good. That sounded really good.
This gun's easy to hold steady.
Yeah.
Like it just balances in a weird way, freehand.
Yeah. I'm loving how just small, compact, but you get crazy good clarity out of a compact scope, which I feel like is not super common, to be honest. Do you think?
No, it's
So
very crispy.
So it's nice to have like superior clarity out of a compact scope like this, and be able to, you can run it 2 power for the point blank stuff that we have going on, because some of these birds were shooting like 15 yards, and some were at 40 yards, but they're little teeny sparrows. So it's nice to have the magnification. So I guess what I'm trying to say is I like it a lot. It's a unique scope, being that it's this compact and this super clear, and still turrets that track absolutely perfectly. And obviously we haven't had to use the turrets much today because we're just shooting close range stuff, but the clarity is important because we're trying to pick them out in these little spots in the trees right here. So it is important that you're able to see really clear, because you're just trying to find little movement of birds and we're threading the needle on them. So it definitely helps to have a clear scope.
I think it has a super good field of view on these closer shots. Even when you're punched in on the high magnification, it's still pretty wide. So you just got a lot better lay of the land.
And I like the lit reticle because I just turned it on.
Oh yeah, you turn it on.
All I'm looking is into dark trees right now, and that lit center reticle is nice.
All right guys, we're back in the studio. We got caught up shooting at that new farm, so we forgot to film an outro, but that concludes the video on the new Element Theos 2-10. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. I think this scope is fantastic. Me being a huge optics snob and glass nerd, flip those, glass snob and optics nerd, I think the Theos 2-10 is awesome. I have one personally. They come in right around 2,600 bucks, and I think that's a pretty reasonable price considering all the performance that you get. You get extremely clear glass. I think when you guys start getting behind the 2-10, you're going to see how well this particular optic system and this setup transfers all that light to your eye. It's very impressive. I've looked through basically all the competition, specifically all the 2-10s that are on the market, and this one is extremely impressive. I personally know the amount of testing and development that went into this specific optic. A lot of tier 1 dudes ran this optic for a long time. A lot of professional shooters gave their inputs, and you can tell when you get behind it. So again, let us know what your thoughts are. We hope to see a lot of you guys getting behind this scope and just experiencing it for yourselves. But guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.